My name is Sir Linkalot, as I like to link a lot. Linking is a fun and easy way to remember things by trying to find a connection, a link, and it is really good for spelling. Oh my goodness! It is ridiculously good for spelling. It's a joke how good it is for spelling. It's off the charts. But I've invented nothing new. The use of mnemonics has been out there forever. Never eat shredded wheat for northeast southwest. Naughty elephants squirt water. I ate and I ate till I was sick on the floor. 8 times 8 is 64. Big elephants can't always understand small elephants, spelling of because. Big elephants can't always use small exits. Betty eats cakes and Uncle sucks eggs, which is very random, but I love random, as you'll see. Oh, you lucky duck for could, would and should. Richard York get battle in vain. So these tricks have been out there forever. I've just grabbed it like no one else has. Certainly for spelling. Spelling, it is so good for spelling. It's so exciting. But the cool thing is with linking, if my tricks don't work, you think of your own. Let me know what you've got. And all you need to play is an imagination. No rules, no system, nothing. Right, let me show you around the Sir Linkalot app, which the opening gambit is spelling, punctuation and grammar. There's going to be maths on the app in the future, geography, science, history, all subjects. But let me start you off with spelling. Now, there are 375 words the government give primary school children to learn by the time they leave primary school, like 40 or 50 in each year group. There's about 90% on the app, with the balance to come fairly soon. There's lots of high frequency words that are not on these lists from the government that may well be there one day. There's going to be about 500 words on this app. But this is for tricky words. There is nothing on the app for phonics. This runs alongside phonics programs. For the red words, they're called the tricky red words, like the word was, the number 2, of, people spell it O-V, the, he. So this runs alongside phonics programs. There's no clash at all. It complements it. It's filling gaps, all the way up to onomatopoeia. So I've called it, the app itself, there are levels 1 to 5. I've not called them year 1, year 2, year 3 because outside the UK it's different terminology. But also when you've got a child who's, let's say a 10-year-old child who's not the best speller, who feels pretty bad about spelling, they don't feel so cool about clicking on, let's say, year 1 words. They don't mind when it's level 1 words. So let's show you around the app. You'll see here level 1. Now level 1 is for, in the UK, it's reception year 1 and a bit of year 2. So that's like 4 to 6-year-olds. Level 2 is the sort of 5 to 7-year-olds, year 1, year 2 and a bit of year 3, and it overlaps like that going down to level 5. So let's kick off with, each bundle's got about 20 words in it. Some have got 20, 25, but mainly 20 words. And there's a group, each one's got, the bundle name is after a famous literary figure and one of the words in that bundle. For example, Keats. And you can see a sort of little biography about Keats at the bottom there. It's a bit of fun with alliterations. We love alliterations. So, talking of key, let's show you the word key itself. Now, key, this is a killer word. This is the only one-syllable word ending EY with an E sound. Monkey is 2 syllables, and they is a different sound. So this, when a child hears this for the first time, they would spell it K-E-E or C-E-E, like tree, free, or 3. Why would you put a Y? Why put a Y? Why put a Y? Why put a Y? You wouldn't, all right? So, welcome to the world of linking. Key. As you turn a key in a lock, so turn the letter K around the letter E and drop off one of the pointy bits to get the letter Y. I always incorporate the meaning in each animation because what's the point of learning the spelling of a word when you're never going to use it because you don't know what it means? Also, for EAL students, this is really good for EAL students because English is a really difficult language. Oh, it's such a difficult language, it's so hard. And this takes the words, the letters off the paper and animates them. So it's really powerful for them because, you know, an EAL student may say, I can spell key. I don't know what it means, but I can spell it, which is no good to anybody. Talking of sort of English second language and sort of little barriers to learning, this is tremendous for children who've got a learning block. Oh, it's so exciting. It's knocking down these barriers. For children who've got, like, for example, for dyslexia, It is so good for dyslexia. With 90% of children who feel they can't do it, it's confidence. This instills it within seconds. But what's really cool is children who find learning a bit tricky are really good at thinking of links, because rote learning for them doesn't work. People jazz it up by try and call it look, say, cover, write, check. Yeah? Look, say, cover, write, check, or whatever. It's just rote learning. It just doesn't work for a lot of children. It takes time. It's not fun. It doesn't necessarily work, and you can't join in. So children who've got a learning block think, well, rote learning is no good for me. They've had to explore their imagination to commit something to memory, and they are really good at thinking of links, which is great. I've got a term for dyslexic children. I call them multilateral. That's my term for them, because they've had to go that way to learn something. For a child who hears something once, or they see it once and it goes in, firstly, we hate them, but secondly, they're like linear learners. They haven't necessarily had to go that way to commit something to memory. So children who find learning tricky match their peers. Maybe they could even be better at linking than their peers, which is really exciting. That is the old... I'm very happy with that. Very happy with that. But also, when you get sort of 8 out of 10, you think, well, thanks to Linkalot, I can now get a 10 out of 10. Well, that's great. Fantastic. But when you get 0 out of 10, you think, oh, I've just got 10 out of 10. Well, that is bonkers. I normally get 0 or 1. I can't believe this. So for these children, it is so exciting. It's so exciting. And what's really good on the app, if a child thinks of a good link, a good trick that works for them, it works. We can't say you're wrong. Some may be a bit random thinking, really? Okay, well, good luck. Fair enough to you. But it's a good one. They can let me know either via their parents or via the school. Or you can let me know. Or parents can let me know. Send me your tricks. And if it's a really good one, I think, ooh, that's better than mine, actually. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of mine off the app, put your bit of work up there, get my animators to bring it to life, and you will get your name on the app under the animation, which is really cool. We all love to see our name in lights, and children who struggle are good at this. I'm going to show you one in this presentation from a boy, a 7-year-old boy, a really good link, really good. And he's really grabbed Linkalot with both hands, and the parents can't believe the difference it's made. It's so exciting. So for children who struggle, this is tremendous. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's wonderful. Right, let's go to another bundle. Let's go to Great Grimm's and go down to the word buy. B-U-Y. What is this word? I mean, really? Buoy? Yeah? And there's nothing like it. I mean, there's a guy rope. That's a rare word. This is a bonkers word. That you. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, you? Oh, come on. So, over to the link. Here we go. Buy. The letter U looks like a shopping bag. When you go shopping, you put the things you buy into your shopping bag. Mustn't forget Grandad's teeth. Mustn't forget Grandad's teeth. Grandad's teeth, very important. Visual stuff, bringing things to life. So important. Now, let's take you to another bundle. Patient Potter level 2. For the word biscuit, difficult word, tricky. What's that you doing? I mean, come on. Biscuit. A child said recently to me, I spell it biscuit. I pronounce it biscuit, so I spell it B-I-S-Q-U-I-T. Biscuit. Well, that's no good. It's not a good enough link. I don't mind sounding out things like Tom or Row for tomorrow or Wednesday. It's okay, but it's not really the way forward. I think getting a child to mispronounce a word to help with spelling, it's not ideal. You want to try and pronounce the word correctly and help the spelling, really. That's called chunking. It's all right once in a while, I think. Anyway, so, biscuit. But in a second, you're going to see somebody after the spelling of biscuit, and you're going to recognise the voice. So, over to biscuit. Biscuit. Normally, you dip your biscuit into the cup, but in this case, you dip the cup into the biscuit. The C is the handle, and the U is the cup.
Biscuit is a French compound word pronounced biscuit. Bis means twice. It's a sibling of the bi in bicycle, which has 2 wheels. Cuit is the past tense of a French verb meaning to cook. So biscuit literally means twice cooked because there were two parts to the process. Firstly, the biscuits were baked and then they were dried in a slow oven.
Did you recognise her? Susie Dent from Countdown is on the app. How exciting is that? I'm so happy, Her character is called Lady Lexicographer. She wants to tell children about words, the origin of words. They've got an interesting story to tell. Etymology is a big deal, certainly for 7 to 11-year-old children, 7-year-old and above, and a bit of the younger children as well. But that's really cool. Biscuit, cooked twice. B-I, by, bicycle, qui, like cuisine, bringing words to life, which is really, really good. You know, if you said to a child, do you want to know the story of a word you can't spell? What, you're rubbing salt in the wound? Well, of course I don't. All right, but like, here's the spelling trick with biscuit from Sir Linkalot. Over now, do you want to hear the origin? Yeah, now I can spell it. You've piqued my interest. Let's hear the story behind the word biscuit, which is great. You've got to love Susie Dent. We love a Susie story. Lady Lex is a complete totes legend. We love her. Now, in the same bundle, we're going to get down to the bane of your life. Oh, I feel sorry for any teacher, certainly a primary school teacher. The dreaded there and there. There and there. Oh, now they has been covered in the punctuation and grammar section further down the app, which I'll show you later. All right, for there and there. But the great thing is, I didn't think of this. I was told this 10 years ago by a dyslexic specialist. It's really clever. It's really, really cool. I added the catchy rhyme at the end, but she thought of the really cool bit, the really good bit. This is great. Start to get very excited. Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those. Here we go.
There and there. The I is a person, their possession. The R is a signpost, their direction. He helps her to get here and there. He helps her to get here and there. He helps her to get here and there.
He helps her to get here and there. He helps her to get here and there. Your children and even you will start with the old he helps her to get here and there. But I love that trick by the dyslexic specialist, because someone said to me a couple of years ago, well, I remember it's here inside there. Well, here's not phonetic. That's nowhere near phonetic. Here, that's not good enough. Someone else said, I am in their house. I am in their house. I in there. Well, third or fourth letter. Third or fourth. Not good enough. Whereas her one, the I, the R, the. I then added the old he helps her to get here and there, which we love. We love that link. Oh, we love that one. It's a great one. Now let's take you to another bundle, Pi Plath, for some reception words. We've got all those tricky reception words covered. There are 45 words the government give children in reception, the 4 to 5-year-olds, to learn in the UK. 20 are quite straightforward, 25 are tricky. I've covered the 25 tricky ones. And there are more words to come we've not finished. I'm going to keep feeding that beast. So let's take you to a couple of small words. The first one I want to take you is to the word see, S-E-E, which is it's pretty straightforward to spell, but I'm showing you this one because of the following animation, which is not easy to spell. So, here we go.
See. What can you see inside the word see? Can you see the pair of eyes that help you see? If so, well done!
Okay, pretty straightforward stuff, but these 4 words are not straightforward. These are tricky.
He, me, she, and we. All the words sound like they've got 2 E's, like see. But no! They've got 1, which they all share. He. Me. She. And we.
And I'll be doing the word be and B-double-E as a homophone in the homophone section soon, coming up soon. I'll be getting that covered as well, of course. And let's take you to another word in this bundle. The word the. The or the. The or the is a funny one, isn't it? The, well, where's the R at the end? Or the, why isn't it double E? Neither of the words has got, the THE. Oh, what's going to be one of them? THER or THEE? No. I mean, the's an old word, of course. So there's a tricky one. Not an easy word at all. Here we go.
The. Here is a very short story for you. The is a three-letter word that has an E at the end, and end is a three-letter word that has an E at the beginning. The end.
Children can spell end. They know the expression the end. That's using a technique of using stuff you already know. It's like letter linking. I can spell end. I know it's got three letters beginning with E. The has got three letters ending in E, just sings to Linkalot's trick. So if I put the, V-E, well, that's two letters, that's no good. If I put the, V-E-R, that's three letters, but the E's not at the end. Therefore it must be TH. Okay. The next one, the letter I, or the word I, is pronounced I with no dots. It's not I on its own with a dot. No, it's not. It's a big fat no. Okay. Over to the link.
I. When the letter I is inside a word, it has a dot. But when it's on its own, it's a capital I that has no dot. And is pronounced I, not I. I look like an I, with my head being the dot, and am tall and straight.
Now I mentioned that children or adults can get their name on the app. Let's take you to this one here in Broccoli Bronte level 4. The word autumn. Autumn. This is a nightmare word. Really is. This should be O-R-T-U-M. Autumn. It's really tricky. And this 7-year-old boy thought of this link. And it's better than my link for autumn. Definitely. He didn't cover the first two letters. I did the first two. It's like an assist in like football or something. But he thought of the trick to do with the U and the N at the end. Really clever. From a 7-year-old child. Here he is. Here he is. Tom Milner Moore. 7 years old. Couldn't be happier. He's got his name on the app. He's so happy. So let me show you his bit of genius.
Autumn. A for Anne is next to U for umbrella at the start of this word. There is an umbrella at the end of this word that's going to get blown upside down, ending up in the middle because of the windy autumn weather.
How good is that? From a 7-year-old. Ah, really good. Okay, he didn't do the an umbrella, but I did that. But the N is the umbrella. It gets blown up to be a U, upside down, because of the autumn weather. Really good. Really, really good. Tremendous stuff, Tom. So good. Right, let's take you to a ridiculous word here in level 5. In my favourite bundled name ever, nothing will top this, Diarrhea Dickens. Come on. It's not one of those. No, it's one of those. Diarrhea Dickens. He's turning in his grave. No, he's loving it. Charlie is loving that one, okay? So, this word, when I thought of this trick, by the way, my background is maths. I'm a maths man. I haven't got a teaching background at all. Linking is a challenge. I do the crossword puzzle every day. How can I link 1605 to the gunpowder plot? How can I link Sweden's capital being Stockholm? How can I think of a link? To me, it's a game, all right? So when I spotted this trick for this word, I thought it's a really cool spot, but I thought the children aren't going to get it. It's too much of an ask. Goodness me, am I wrong? I cannot believe children... When I do staff demos when a school buys the app. I also do a parent Zoom demo, parent-child demo. And I did one recently with about 30 children on this demo. I show the trick for this word. The word, by the way, is manoeuvre. Manoeuvre. I mean, really. Just a ridiculously hard word to spell. O-E-U in the middle. We've never seen that combination in English because it's a French origin, like O-E-U in like earth in French for egg, O-E-U-F. It's quite common in French, but not in English. A nightmare word. So when I showed the children this trick on this Zoom demo, I then said, right, who can spell manoeuvre? Who thinks they can do it? Thinking like 10, 11-year-olds put their hands up. They did. But then this boy put his hand up. I said, how old are you? I'm 5. What, you can spell manoeuvre off the back of this trick? Yeah? Well, go on then. And he got it right. Oh, I thought, this is madness. Then a 6-year-old girl put her hand up. Yeah, me as well. Yeah, bring it. Okay. She got it right. Oh, I couldn't believe this. It's incredible what children can do. It is amazing what children can do. All they need is confidence, or they've got a blank canvas, they can just soak it up. If you can get their attention, it's incredible. Really, really good. I just couldn't believe it. I asked them 20 minutes later, to these two children, can you still spell it? Yeah, and they both got it right. It's on the Linkalot YouTube channel. If you type in Linkalot Maneuver, you'll see that clip. Incredible. So good. Anyway, so, maneuver. Here is my spelling trick for maneuver. And you may think that's a bit of an ask, which I thought, but no, children get it. It's incredible. It's amazing. It is ridiculous. And then it's Susie's story for it as well. We love a Susie story. Here we go.
Maneuver. The word man is followed by alternate letters of the words hour and eve. A man tries to maneuver down our chimneys quietly on Christmas Eve.
Maneuver, meaning a carefully planned scheme or action, was once all about using our hands. At its heart is the word manus, the Latin for hand, and the French word œuvre, meaning work. That manus also gave us manual, operated by hand, manacles, handcuffs, manipulate, to handle, manicure, a treatment for your hands and nails, and manuscript, something written by hand. It also gave us manure, dung, which farmers often clear away with a handheld spade. Pooh!
Who knew that manure, the word manure, comes from a handheld spade? Oh, it's great! You've got to love a Susie story. You've got to love a Susie story. Now, each bundle of words has got a multiple choice challenge. And on the results page of the multiple choice challenge, you'll see a gimmick called ALF, A-L-F, which is short for average last five. That's the average scores the last 5 times they've taken the test. Now, levels 2 to 5 bundles have also got 2 crossword challenges, which are immediately after the 20th animation. There are 2 crossword challenges and then the multiple choice. Now, the crossword challenges are good because the multiple choice is a way to ease them in gently because they may guess it and get lucky. It doesn't mean they can spell every letter correctly. Whereas with the crossword, there's no hiding place. You've got to get every letter correct. There's also a clock which starts from 0 and goes up, so it doesn't tick down if they want to put themselves on a clock. But this is a really good way of sort of having to... But these crosswords mean nothing until the child has seen the animations. They mean nothing at all. They're clues to each animation. Now, after the spelling bundles, you'll see the green bundles are homophones, with more to come. Homophones, like we showed earlier on with there and there. That's also in the homophone section. Homophones are really difficult, really hard, really, really hard. But let's show you a great example of poor, poor and poor. I've not done P-O-R-E, because to me it's quite a rare word. It's not a high frequency word. So poor, poor and poor. And what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? This is what you do.
Poor, poor and poor. Poor has a paw at the end. The 2 O's of poor are a pair of glasses. And the U of poor is a glass. My dog used a paw to pour himself a drink of water, but failed miserably due to his poor eyesight.
And that works really well, really well. I asked the children in the sort of parent and child demo, pour a drink, spell that, poor eyesight, a dog's paw. They may occasionally say P-O-W because they're all O-O-O. I think, well, that's power, isn't it? Oh, yeah, of course, it's an A. And I always pop the A in the animation. Really good. Now, I say homophones, I've put homophones, etc., because this is a good one for affect and effect, which are not homophones, but they're pretty close. Affect and effect. Now, I didn't think of this. I was told this years ago. It's not all about me. It's not the Linkalot show. Well, it is, but it's not all about me. But you can send me your tricks and get involved. All right? So, this is a great one for affect and effect. We love this one.
Affect and effect. The verb affect begins with an A, and the noun effect begins with an E. Just remember the word raven. Remember, affect, verb, effect noun.
Raven. Remember, affect, verb, effect, noun. Someone said it's a good one. V for verb, turn up the upside down. A for affect. V for verb, A for affect. It's great. Doesn't matter. One more in this section. Practice and practice. Oh, in the UK, of course, it's practice and practice. The noun is a C, the verb is an S. There are quite a few links for this one, but I've gone with this one. I think this is a very powerful one.
Practice and practice. The second last letter of the noun practice is a C, and in the verb it's an S. The noun ice is in the noun, and the verb is in the verb.
Homophones. The next bundles down are golden rules and patterns. A very important part of the curriculum. So important. Rules and patterns. Now you can have like a rule, but you need a catchy way to remember the rule. You can't just say, here's a rule, learn it. Well, I need more than that. Here's a rule, here's a catchy way to remember it. But you've got to also cover the words that break the rule. You can't just say, here's a rule, those 5 words break the rule. Goodbye. Well, that's not good enough. Learn those 5. No, not good enough. You've got to attack those 5 words as well. So here is a tremendous example of a rule and a couple of catchy things and covering the ones that break the rule.
The sound I at the end of a word. For example, my, fly, and try. No high-frequency words that finish with an I sound end with an I. They end with a Y. When you hear an I, put a Y. I and Y are never, ever together, as they don't like each other one bit. The only relationship they have is they rhyme. Links for the following Secret 7 that break the rule are elsewhere on the app. See if you can find them.
When you hear an I, put a Y. For 1-syllable words. Really good. I and Y never together. So it's not T-I-Y like tie, no. But the 7 words that break that rule are on the app. The animations are there on the app elsewhere. So that's like 15, 20, 25 words for children, sort of 5, 6-year-olds. Bang. Try, fly, sky, I, high. Great stuff. Great stuff. Really good stuff. Oh, we love that. Now, the English language, I was saying before, is really hard to learn because there's so many non-phonetic words. It's a nightmare. Here is a tremendous example of how tough. This shows you how difficult spelling is for the English language. So hard.
Words ending with a shun sound. The English language is well and truly bonkers. The sound S-S-I-O-N makes at the end of the word can be spelt 12 other ways, and here they are. How impossible is spelling? Hello! 85% of these words end T-I-O-N. So if you're not sure what to put, choose this one, as you'll be right 8.5 times out of 10.
13! 13! 13! It's madness. And also shun, S-H, it's only fashion and cushion, ashen and freshen. They're only 4 words, ashen, pale face, freshen. And so when you hear shun, 85% of the time it's T-I-O-N. What, it's not even an S-H? Oh, come on, spelling, give us a chance, will you? No. But you've got to attack these ones that break the rules. Here's a great example for words ending C-I-A-N, like magician. There's something I've spotted here, which is really handy. Here we go. We love this one.
Words ending C-I-A-N. C-I-A-N are the last 4 letters in jobs that end with a shun sound. Here are many examples. The CIA is inside each word. Therefore, there is a job inside a job. For example, a CIA agent is pretending to be an electrician, or an optician, or a magician.
So there's a job inside a job. A person from the CIA is pretending to be an optician. So when you hear a job ending shun, it's always C-I-A-N. If you've never heard of the CIA, they hunt down criminals in action, or they try and stop crime in America. For the word special, that's what I've done. Inside the word special is the CIA. The CIA have got special agents who hunt down criminals in action, or they try and stop crime in America. There you go. Is it in? You know it is. So, rules and patterns. We love rules and patterns, a big part of the curriculum, and there's more to come on that. There's things like words, the word have becoming having, dropping the E of have to become having. The word care becoming careful is F-U-L, not F-U-L-L. Pluralising words. Words ending T-I-A-L and C-I-A-L. Lots of good chunky stuff there, really, really good stuff. Then we've got the punctuation and grammar section with more to come. Let's show you, the dreaded apostrophe. Why do children put an apostrophe in the plural? For no reason. What's the deal? What are you doing? What is that? Anyway, let's show you 3 animations for apostrophes. I've got them all covered up. There's more on in this bundle, but let's show you 3 examples now.
Apostrophes in plurals. Never, ever, 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 ever put an apostrophe that looks like a number 1 in a plural unless it's possessive. For example, the S of balls tells you there is more than 1, so get rid of the 1. There's more than 1, so get rid of the 1. There's more than 1, so get rid of the 1. They're. They're happy is a shorter version, i.e. a contraction of they are happy. Replace the A for apostrophe with a little arrow that looks like an apostrophe pointing at the subject of the sentence. This also applies to you are happy and we are happy. So, if you're happy and they're happy, we're happy. The 2 boys' hats. The 2 boys' hats is another way of saying the hats of the 2 boys. Make the apostrophe an arrow, which is now pointing at whose hats they are. If it was one boy, it would be the boy's hat, where the arrow would point at just the boy, not the boys.
There you go. And then after this, we've got the punctuation grammar. We've got Susie's stories. So Susie's stories are always below the spelling of the word itself. It's under the spelling animation, but also they're all at the bottom. If you want to find them quickly, go straight to Susie's stories. Go that way. And the last bundle you'll see there, we put up recently, is for prefixes, which is another important part of the curriculum. Let's show you 3 goodies here, some good ones. I know the first one, I knew one of the definitions, but not the second one. Didn't know it. So here are 3 great Susie stories for prefixes.
Para. There are 2 para prefixes. The first, from Greek, means beside. You can find it in parallel, something which runs side by side with another. The other is from the Italian parare, to defend against. A parasol protects you from the sun, while a parachute gives you protection from a fall. Peri comes from the Greek peri, meaning around. A perimeter is the border around something, while a periscope on board a submarine allows submariners to look all around. Philo is from the Greek philos, loving. Philosophy is the love of wisdom, while philanthropy is giving and generosity made from a love of mankind. We also use the suffix phile, Phile, to mean lover. A francophile loves France, a xenophile loves dogs, and a pluviophile loves a rainy day.
So that's the app for now. Lots more to come. Lots more to come. Spelling, punctuation, grammar, homophones, rules and patterns, etymology. Come on. We love it. But here's something that's really exciting too. This tutorial is the start of March in 2021. There are 75 lessons on the Linkalot YouTube channel, with lots more to come. All free, okay? The Linkalot YouTube channel. And Susie is in quite a few of those. We did 46 of them last in lockdown in 2020, March. We began them last March 2020. We did 46 lessons. After lesson 1, I got a video from a girl called Ellie, 8-year-old Ellie, who said, Linkalot, this is my way of spelling clothes. She had fridge magnet letters. Said inside the word clothes, she said a thee, he, lot and cloth. She put it together into a catchy sentence and I thought, that's really good. That's really, really good. I've got to play that. So lesson 2, before I started lesson 2, I said, children, before I start, here is Ellie. And there she is. And I gave her, so she got a shout out. I played the video. She got one of those. She won a badge. I gave her a couple of badges. She won a pencil. And children thought, well, I want some of that. I want to win some merchandise. I want to get a shout out. I fancy a bit of that. So children started sending me all their stuff. Brilliant. Either text via their parents' phones, social media, emails via the school. So I was getting all these shout outs, which is great fun. Children 5 years old up to any age. In fact, I once got a link from a 70-year-old woman. She loved it. She said, I'm sending this because I want to win a badge and I want to get a shout out. I'm 70 years old, but I love it, which is fantastic. It's so cool. These lessons, we restarted these lessons in November 2020. They're now twice a week in the UK time. Tuesdays at 4:30 for levels 1 and 2, which is for 4 to 6 year olds, really. So reception year 1 and year 2 in the UK. And then Thursdays at 4:30 for levels 3 to 5, which is for Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3, which is basically 7-year-olds upwards. Lots of poo and bum on the app, by the way. Lots of poo and bum on the app, just to warn you, okay? Because the children love it. It's a case of knowing the audience. So I go through these techniques. I have a little clock here, a 5-second clock. I put a word in, like children. Before I tell you the answer, here's the word instead. Okay, there's the word instead. All right, children? You got 5 seconds. All right, here's the clock going. Can you see a word inside a word? And we start the clock like this. Can you see it? T. Okay, 2 parts of linking. Spotting something in a word and then putting it into a catchy sentence in something they already know, like breadcrumb, the B of bread, the B of crumb. You can't hear the B of crumb. Give me a word beginning with B that's something to do with crumb. Bread's to link a lot. The B of bread, the B of crumb. You know breadcrumb. So next time you hear crumb, you've got to think breadcrumb. Well, I know breadcrumb. That's going to help me spell crumb. Really short journey to make. Or putting it to a sentence, a catchy sentence, like, a cup of tea and a biscuit they know already. But something that's catchy. So here, like instead, you've got the word tea in instead. Right, now you spotted that, put it into a sentence. What can you think of? Okay, I'm going to have coffee instead of tea. There you go. So children are joining in and thinking of tricks. It's me getting them into thinking of links and becoming linkers themselves. These are a great resource, fantastic resource. Now, lessons 1 to 46 were for children of all ages, from 4 to 14-year-olds, because when they're on the sofa during lockdown, I've got to keep them all engaged. So I've got tiny words and big words. I've got the word, peace, and then onomatopoeia after it. So a child whose peace is 6 years old, onomatopoeia, what? So the first 46 lessons, you've got to pick and choose a bit. But lessons 47 onwards, 47, 49, 51, the odd numbers, 47 onwards, are for levels 1 and 2, which is 4 and 5 and 6 year olds. And 48, 50, the even numbers, all the way up, are for Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3, so the 7 to 14-year-olds or adults. Doesn't matter what's going to be, okay? These are a fantastic resource because children think, I want to get a shout out. And if they send me a good trick, they can get a shout out a lesson a week later. These lessons are going to go on forever. I've got 75 with loads more to come. Loads more to come. Fantastic stuff. Use the app and these lessons as a bargaining tool. That's what you do. So a child says, I want a treat. I want a big fat treat. Okay, hold it a second. You've got to earn your treat, all right? Pick a lesson. Okay, what have you learned? Nice, you got yourself a treat. I want to go on FIFA. I want to go on FIFA. I want to go on FIFA. Okay, pick a bundle of words. Test yourself before you see the animations. What was your score? 6. Okay, when your ALF is 15, show me. You can get on FIFA, mate, all right? So, and children are binge watching these lessons because it's me being a bit of a joker, doing that stuff, saying poo, bottom, woofies, way, but some clever stuff with it, and they can join in. That is the way of selling out to children. You say, here's a spelling app. Okay, that's interesting. But hold it, look at this guy, this YouTuber. All right, look at him. Yeah, oh, he's a laugh. I like him. He's got a spelling app. Yeah, that's a way of selling it. And for children in the world of YouTube, you say that there's a YouTuber, you can get on his channel. How do I do that? Think of a trick. Oh, I fancy a bit of that. And you win some merchandise. And if it's a really good link, if it's a really good one, you can get your name in the app. Can I? Yeah, check that out. All right. So, this is a very powerful learning tool. It runs alongside what you've already got. All right. So, it's brilliant for phonics. It's filling the gaps of phonics. You may have some spelling programs for older children, but they haven't got these, for the common exception words, there's nothing out there. They've got the occasional one for because and stuff, but there's nothing out there at all for this. This complements what's already out there. Right, if you've got any questions, any thoughts, ideas, contact me. There's the email and the website. Any suggestions? The whole thing's a work in progress. There's more to come. Any ideas, inputs, positive, negative, what you want to do, and suggestions, please let me know. But this is a very, very powerful learning resource. It's so powerful. It's never been done before to this extent. This is why it's getting so much attention. There's a massive need for this around the world, of course. English is the world language. English language, of course, is a big, big language around the world. And this is knocking barriers down. And also all the children do, they just watch and soak it up. Getting children's attention is the hardest thing to do. You know that, of course it is. This grabs them. But the great thing is they can join in. And as I said before, all they need to play is an imagination. No rules, no system, nothing. The name of the app is Linkalot. Is it in? You know it is.